Alex Stewart against Paul Poirier. And there's Poirier. And a really strange story about Poirier, you know. Before his 18th birthday, he racked up 20 wins on the spin and then inexplicably retired. He had a few personal problems which led to that. Retired in 1975 and was inactive between 1976 and 1989. Made his comeback in November of 1990, having been out of the ring since January of 1975. 5 years away.
No losses, 7 KOs from the scallop capital of the world, New Bedford, Massachusetts. This is Poirier.
So Paul Poirier then from New Bedford, Massachusetts, 29-0 with 7 stoppage wins.
The scales at 235 pounds. Of his 32 professional fights, he has recorded 28 wins. All 28 have been knockouts.
And there you are, Alex Stewart then, 28 knockout wins in 28 knockouts in 28 wins, 4 losses. And on a night of heavyweights, this is a man who one day hoped, of course, to have been heavyweight champion, but I think his days are over now in that department. Pro since September of 1986.
Alex Stewart with the height advantage over Paul Poirier, around 6'3", Poirier is about 6 feet. Poirier at 211, giving away 24
So,
pounds.
10 rounds of action in front of us. Alex Stewart, Alex the Destroyer. Stewart, born in London, ranked number 8 by the WBC. And now Stewart lives in Safety Harbor, Florida. So the unbeaten Paul Poirier didn't really fight anyone of any note, I must admit. Well, my memory doesn't go back way back to 1973 as far as nondescript heavyweights are concerned. But last time out in May of this year, he beat Juan Quintana over 10 rounds. This by far Poirier's stiffest test to date. And Stewart really has been built up by Madison Square Garden, one of the house fighters, and he's fought his fair share of bums as well as very decent fighters, of course. He's fought the likes of Conroy Nelson and that awful Jack Johnson. Walking punch bag Jamie Howe, but in amongst those names, the likes of Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson and Michael Moorer. So Stewart, no mug. And at one point, could have become the first British-born heavyweight champion, say born in London, but lost a cracker in 8 rounds to Evander Holyfield, the current undisputed champion. Gave Holyfield all sorts of problems. Paul Poirier in the black trunks from New Bedford, Massachusetts. Ooh. Uppercut left hook from Poirier. And really, this is a big risk for Poirier. Probably getting a good payday here to put his 29-0 record on the line against Alex Stewart. Well, Poirier doesn't look too concerned here. He's doing okay in this first round. Probably not winning it, but certainly acquitted himself quite well against a rated opponent. Well, the bell ends the first, and I think Stewart has finished that one on top. A little bit of history about Alex Stewart. As I say, of his 4 losses,
Just trying to steal it in the end, you understand?
Evander Holyfield, Michael Moorer, and Tyson had only lost to Buster Douglas when he beat Stewart, and Foreman had only lost to Holyfield in his comeback when Stewart tattooed him throughout the second half of their 10-round fight.
He's trying to just corner you, you understand? Use your speed on this guy. Relax, slap it out there, you got that?
And of course Poirier looking to use Stewart as a stepping stone to the big money. And he's the New England heavyweight champion.
That's all right. Write that down. Okay, right. All right, that's good. Okay.
And Poirier's comeback, like Larry Holmes, was inspired by George Foreman. And he's a longshore man, Poirier, at the New Bedford Fishing Harbour, and also a janitor at the Bedford High School. So a rather busy man. Just wonder how much time he's had to prepare for this, the match of his life. It's one he desperately needs to win, or wants to win anyway. But Stewart looks like he's in a different class. Very seasoned campaigner. Been in with the best. Holyfield, Tyson and Moorer, well, you can't get much better than that, can you? World champions with different organisations. Of course, Holyfield undisputed, as was Tyson. Michael Moorer, the only man who holds a fraction of that championship, the WBO version. And that Foreman fight for Stewart was way back in April of this year. Lost on points over 10 in Las Vegas. I think he was the second man to take Foreman the distance in Foreman's comeback. The first, of course, being Everett Bigfoot Martin. And now there's blood coming from the nose of Paul Poirier. Good punches here from Stewart. Ripping those into the body, getting the uppercuts working as well. Well, a left hook there, right hand from Poirier. So Alex Stewart in the blue and yellow trunks, rated number 8 by the WBC, letting those punches go now against Paul Poirier. Unbeaten in 29 fights. It's number 30 for Poirier. Looks like it's going to be his first loss. Oops, and he's gone down there, almost through the ropes. Almost out of the ring, in fact. And this is round 2, inside the last 30 seconds. So a good spell of action for Alex Stewart there. And Poirier's blood has stained the left leg of Stewart's shorts. Oh, big right there to the side of the head from Stewart. Oh, and a big uppercut just on the bell from Stewart in Poirier's own corner. Well, it's a nick on the left eye of Poirier, as well as blood around the nose. And probably the mouth as well after that one. Very hurtful punch, the uppercut, especially if it catches on the end of your nose. Oh. And there's a swelling also, by the look of things, on the left-hand side of the face of Poirier. And that's normally synonymous with a bit of jaw damage. I just wonder if he has. And nearly fell out of the ring there. Being checked by the doctor at ringside. He's going to go on. Just spat a few teeth out there, Paul Poirier. Round 3 of a scheduled 10. And this does not look likely to go the full route. Alex Stewart, too strong, too big, too seasoned. And basically just too damn good for Paul Poirier. And although Stewart has never had a world title shot, I'm sure he'll get one in the near future. Such is the changing state of heavyweight boxing at world level. Oh, cracking right there from Stewart. Poirier on the floor. Tremendous punch. Well, he's up. And well, they've quit the corner and very wisely pulled their men out in the third round. So an excellent win for Alex Stewart. Gets him back on the road. And that can erase the memory of that points loss to George Foreman. Back in the win column. Well, a good effort there from Paul Poirier, but unfortunately it wasn't to be his night. First loss in 30 fights. What a cracking record. Stewart now moves to 29 wins, 4 losses in 33 outings. And he might just find himself in with a crack at the world title. Holyfield, of course, has beaten him once before. There's that right again. And Holyfield might just fancy taking on Stewart with the World Championship at stake. But then again, maybe he won't. Look at this, good shot. Bang. Happy man. And if he does, of course, win the or a version of the World Championship, Alex Stewart will immediately become British, having been born in London in 1964. Of course, if he doesn't win it, he won't be. So a very good win there, and Alex Stewart retains his record of winning every fight inside the distance. And I'm sure Paul Poirier learned an awful lot from that. Rather than fighting bums, he's gone on to fight someone of a decent caliber, of course a very decent caliber, in the shape of Alex Stewart. Watch his final right hand once again, and he's now realised what heavyweight boxing is all about. And that was a very hurtful punch. You could see the look on his face as he fell.